fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. He completes it to Westbrook. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And again this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. He is going to find Hill here. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play there for the Lions. 42 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Stand up in.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
38-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think he might have been a little bit too focused on turning upfield. He didn't stay in bounds. He caught the ball, but he wanted to catch it and run, get that rack yardage so badly, he forgot to stay in bounds first.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Homer. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
10 yards on the pickup.
Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
This is Homer.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Travis Homer with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Lions take over. Let's go, boys, bring it up. At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff working right. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here we go on 4th down. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. It certainly worked, but that was a gutsy call to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, not sure I would have made that call, but give them a ton of credit for deciding to go for it and not only doing it, but doing it in fine fashion. Takes me back to this summer when we were touring camps. Remember we watched them practice, and they worked hard in these situations, and they blocked it up perfectly.
And defensively, they were so worried about the line of scrimmage. Once he got past that first wave of tacklers, goodbye.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. No. Hey, guys, listen.
Wilson. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Arizona.
Green 80.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Wide. Get wide.
Gun.
From the rep. Let's go right here.
And to give this time to the tailback. Fighting through, and he's got space. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Travis Homer with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Lions take over
That's
first
it, baby.
and 10
We gon' work.
at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they try the right side here. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
3 down.
Hey, echo.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Dances by him. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. 51, Mike. Mike 51. And it's getting them hurls.
Hey, 0-0-0.
51. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 51's a Mike. 51's a Mike.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Able to find Isabella. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
First down, Cardinals.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Go. Squeeze, double.
Check. Lucky.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
I smell fear in that offense.
Right here. One plus. 51. Check pass. Alert. Green,
I think this is a free play for Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here we go.
36 power.
50. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Go.
Mike 51. Watch the run. Mike 51. Mike.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Go, 14.
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Go, 4 down.
You got nothing. Go, Mike.
Check.
51, Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
A final shot before break. Lawrence. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Wilson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. D.D. Westbrook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Here's 2nd and 8. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Back to throw. Lawrence. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Now.
From the gun, Lawrence. And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Open man is Hill. He's got it. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. I guess they figured they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 36-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got you, Pop. Alert 3, alert.
Gun.
Alert 3.
Gun.
Banjo.
Bang out. Bam.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards for the Lions there and a first down.
90. Ready?
On first down, Lawrence. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Homer. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Good job right there. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. It's a party now. It's a party now. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's going to go down again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Mike 57, Mike 57. 3 buzz. 57 to Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 48-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
It's our time.
Now Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Zebra.
Watch twitch. Watch.
Alert.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Now he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Let's go, D. Friday.
He's checked.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. But now it's third and goal. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7. Third and goal.
Mike Bobo.
Friday. Front left.
44's to Mike.
To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Ready? 30 base. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front put it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, pick your game up.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Arizona, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.